Greetings and salutations, beautiful people. My name is Ebony Smith, aka the Ghetto Guru, founder of Yoga in the Hood, a non-profit organization dedicated to making wellness accessible to everybody. Wellness is not a luxury, but a human right. So grab some comfortable clothes, hop on the mat, and join us in a yoga practice that's going to relieve stress and help us live our best life. Welcome to my hood. Greetings and salutations, beautiful people. My name is Ebony Smith, aka the Ghetto Guru, and welcome back to Soul of a Yogi, a space where we talk to different yogis from around the world, from different backgrounds, and talk about what brought them to the mat, what keeps them to the mat, and what they want to offer to the world. So I'm super excited to have this amazing human being right here, Judah. We've been knowing each other since way back, since we were kids. And I'm super excited to talk to you about your journey with yoga, talk to you about you and what keeps you coming back to the mat. So thank you so much for being here and coming. I'm super excited to have you.
Thank you, as always. Thank you.
So Judah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Judah. I am an actor, an activist, and an entrepreneur. I got into yoga a couple of years ago. Well, a little bit more than a couple years ago.
Been in that thing for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute. So, back when you was doing yoga at Key Spark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been doing yoga for a little while now, but it's been great for all aspects of my life. So, there's not much to say about me. Like I said, I'm an actor, activist, and an entrepreneur. Everything I do is pretty much. It's out there. I'm a wide open book, so I have no secrets.
I think it's layers to you. I think you're such an amazing human being that it's a billion things about you, and that's what I love about you, amongst other things. So tell me about your experience doing yoga, like how you got into it and what keeps you coming back to the mat.
Okay, so I didn't get into yoga the way most people get into it. I actually found yoga looking for answers. I found yoga looking for peace. I found yoga looking for something that this world just was not offering me. Mm-hmm. And so, just to be frank, my story is, I have to tell it the way I have to tell it.
Yeah.
So, okay. At the time I was going through a divorce and I was trying to save my marriage. Mm-hmm. So trying to save my marriage, I went to go and see a therapist, and I was talking with him, and I was actually diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So it was my first time actually hearing about the disease, everything that goes with it. They explained to me that it was something I was gonna have to live with for life. I had never, those words seemed so heavy to me at the time, you know. So I left that office with a marriage that was in disarray, a mind that was all over the place, and absolutely no answers about what was going on in the world, who I was, where I was going, or anything else. And so what ended up happening is I kept scrolling on Facebook, as you do sometimes, and I just kept coming across your posts about coming to do free yoga, and you were advertising at the time trauma-informed yoga. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to know what trauma-informed yoga was. I didn't know much, but I knew that I had been suffering trauma. Yeah. So that's what brought me to the mat, was to come and figure out what trauma-informed yoga was and how could it help me. Mm-hmm.
And that's so powerful, because that's something that's really becoming a buzzword, but it's really what helped me focus in on what I wanted to give to my community, because it's something that I experienced at such a young age and continuously throughout my life without even knowing, without even having an idea or how to define it or how to look it in its face or how to heal from that space, you know?
Right.
And so I think that just really helped me, like trauma-informed yoga. And for those of you who might be wondering what that is, it's a form of yoga, a form of therapy where you're trained to to deal with individuals, which we all, I feel like, have some kind of trauma, you know, however you want to label it. But just really create a space where people can begin to discover what that trauma is in their life and how they can heal from it, and creating a safe place and providing opportunities and poses and sequences and breath and all these different tools to use to heal from that trauma. And so that's what trauma-informed healing is. So tell me, what was one of your best experiences on the mat?
Okay, one of my best experiences on the mat would probably have to be when we went to Uncle JoJo's radio.
Oh yeah, shout out Uncle JoJo.
Uncle JoJo's radio.
Yeah, y'all follow Uncle JoJo's radio on all social media, yeah.
Most definitely. So we went out there and did yoga with all of the young black men. That was very powerful for me. That was a very powerful moment in my life personally. Seeing those young black men and that image itself just was burnt into my head. And just being there, being in that moment, for me was it's tremendous.
Yeah. Tell me why. Tell me why it was tremendous, you know, to be about. And so he's speaking of a camp that Uncle JoJo hosts every summer, where he takes young men from inner city, from different sides of town, from different blocks, and brings them together, you know, and they do all kinds of stuff. It was like this awesome campus out there. It was like doing jet skiing and getting like haircuts and all kind of crazy, amazing things, but really just beginning to bond and open up that conversation about what it means to be black, what it means to be a male, you know, and how you can prosper despite of. And so I just really love that. And so tell me, you know, why that meant so much to you.
A lot of times when we do things for the community, we pick out those kids and those students who are spectacular, those ones who are at the top of the list. We make sure that we expose them to all sorts of things. We make sure that we show them everything. We show them the world. We let them know that the world is theirs. Yeah. And the ones who aren't are the ones who we perceive that aren't, the ones who are in the inner cities, the ones who are of the streets, the ones who get lost in the crowd because they just live in this place and their talent does not get a chance to show and no one pays any attention to them. The fact that he brought those kids out there and not the ones, not saying that none of those kids were those kids, I'm just saying that this was not a camp full of prep boys or, you know, if it was a camp full of straight A students, it was not about straight A students. You know what I'm saying? And so it was, as you said, it was a camp for kids despite of, no matter who you are. And that was powerful to me, just to see that many black young males from the inner cities, ones who were in a space that was outside of their comfort zone, and yet they were in a space that I could tell that they felt comfortable. Right.
Tell me about being a black male and practicing yoga. It's like that?
It's like that. All right, so being a black male and practicing yoga can be lonely. It can be lonely. It can be daunting. And I don't want, my objective is to show males that it should not be that. Yeah. And so, yoga for males is either an all male space or it's a couple of males scattered out. And yoga for black males is even thinner for that. Yeah. So yoga as a black male it's a bittersweet. Yeah. I feel very empowered, and also at the same time I feel restricted on sharing that power. I want to give that power. I want to give it away. I want to share it to everyone. And it's like you gotta. I feel like Jesus. I'm offering you salvation, and you will not take it.
Yeah. I love that you said that too, because really, yoga does really provide this space for you to find your own salvation.
Your own salvation. Exactly.
Instead of looking for somebody to come and save you, come and make all your problems go away. It gives you the tools and the space and, you know, the opportunity to heal yourself. And that's really where you're only going to find healing is within self.
That's true. It's so powerful that you said the opportunity, because I believe that it is systematic that black people do not have the opportunity to find this peace in their communities. It is not only systematic, it's systematic in such a way that it's set up that way. You're not supposed to find peace. If you got peace, then you're not stressing. And if you ain't stressing, you ain't working. So get this peace. I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah.
Now, because I start preaching.
Yeah. We'll take that. So tell me what yoga means to you.
Okay. Yoga to me is freedom. Yoga to me is nocturnal.
Yeah.
Yoga to me is take this or die.
Yeah.
That's nocturnal. Yoga is such a freedom because it changes the mind. And it changes the mindset. And once you change the mindset, you change the vision.
Yeah.
And it changes the vision. And when you can change the vision, you can actually develop vision and do things and accomplish things that you really didn't even know that you were set out here to accomplish. And you start doing things that you end up on roads that you don't even know how you got there.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm being very bold in saying that yoga will do this for you. Yoga to me is that freedom to find out exactly who you are. It's freedom from religion.
Yeah.
It's freedom from currency. It's freedom from obligation. It's freedom from doubt. Yoga is complete freedom because the practice is never perfected. And the practice is one that can be shared but cannot be given away.
Yeah.
So I can share my practice with you. We can share this space together, but I can't give you peace, and that's what makes yoga powerful. In sharing your space, in sharing the inside of yourself with yourself, and sharing the space outside of yourself with others, you end up developing I will say you end up developing it. People call it a third eye sometimes. I'm going to say I'm not going to go that far because we all have a third eye. You're not developing a third eye, but what you are developing is discernment.
Yeah.
And you start to develop discernment on yourself. You start to know yourself. You start to recognize yourself. You start to recognize patterns. You start to recognize behaviors. You start to recognize breathing. You realize how much breathing is connected to your emotions. And so yoga is complete freedom from anything that you feel is holding you back.
Oh, I love that. Hashtag message. Yoga is complete freedom for anything you feel like is holding you back. That's some real
Straight
shit.
up. That's
For real, like serious.
And that's coming from a dude who's been through everything and has been in all sorts of situations. Been locked up, been in the military. I've been on the highs and the lows and everything. So I have searched. I've searched, and this is it.
I appreciate you for sharing that.
Man, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Tell me what love is.
That to me, all right, love is, I'm delicate when I approach this because people have very strong feelings about love. To me, love is the act of, love is the act of self. It is self.
Yeah.
Love is an action, and it's not a word, and within self is love.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the love in self, if you can't develop the love in self, if you can't love self, then love outside of self is just non-existent.
Yeah. gonna marinate on that. If you cannot love self, then love outside of self is non-existent. You have to love yourself, and the better you love yourself, the better you can love everybody else around you. That is just so powerful. Tell me what brings you peace.
It's easy, JoJo.
Yeah.
My daughter, she brings me all the peace. Everything I do is for her. So, yeah, and I mean, my whole world could be falling down.
Yeah.
If JoJo's smiling, I'm good. Like, that's peace for me, you know. I hate to put that pressure on my baby girl. But yeah, she's peace for me. I won't say she's my peace, because like I said, I don't want to put that pressure on her, but she is definitely peace for me.
Yeah.
That is a place I can go to.
To find peace.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's real.
Right on.
That's so beautiful. And I think a lot of times as parents, it can be such a tasking job to be a parent.
Yes.
And to always remember that, you know, you can find peace in that space, because that person will always love you, you know,
Most
despite
definitely.
of.
Despite of,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Oh, I love that. Okay, tell me what it is you want to share with the world.
I know I've said it already here, but I really want to give this piece that I found to my community, my black community, my brown community, people of color, people, disenfranchised peoples, people who don't have opportunity, people who feel like working is the only way. It's not saying that working is not the only way, but it's more than work. It's more than the work you give to the people. It's more than the hours you spend here. It's more than developing those skills. You have to develop this. You have to develop the temple. You have to spend time manicuring and taking care of the temple. And I want to give that to my people, because we aren't giving that, and they keep showing our temples on TV with bullet holes in them. And they keep showing our temples everywhere being degraded and everything, and they do not show us loving our temples. And I want to give that to my people. We need to take back our temples. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's so beautiful, man. It's just been such a pleasure to be in your space, as always.
As always, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much. Thank you all for tuning in to Soul of a Yoga. Make sure you continue to subscribe and share the good word. Make sure to follow us on all social media at Yoga in the Hood, and that's Yoga, the letter N, DAHOOD. Namaste.
Namaste.